Hey guys, I'm back with part 2 for this tutorial on how to build these townhouses. Here in this one, we're going to be doing the front yard for all 3 townhouses, and we should also have time to do the entire interior layout for the wooden townhouse, which is the far right one. I went ahead and gathered up the blocks we're going to be using for the front yard here for the wooden townhouse, so be sure to go ahead and grab some spruce wood stairs, spruce wood planks, spruce wood slabs, and stripped spruce logs. Then some spruce trapdoors, dark oak fence gate, lectern, cobblestone, stone bricks, then some coarse dirt and podzol. Let's start by marking out the staircase leading up to the front door first, so make sure you have your stripped spruce log. We're going to line up here towards the right side of the doorway, so where these spaces are. We'll go down here at the bottom and bring up a pillar of 3 like that. In front of that, we're going to have another pillar of 3. And then in front of that, a pillar of 2. Now go towards the left side of the doorway, so lined up right here. We're going to do the same thing, so the 2 sections of 3, then the section of 2, and then we're going to go down and have one more block right there. Now let's start marking out the stairs, so you can switch to your spruce wood stairs, and we're just going to pretty much follow along this left side. So we're just going to have the 2 stairs like that. Go up on the next layer, have another 2 there, and then 2 more here, just one more time. You can switch to your spruce wood planks. We're going to fill in the 2 spaces. We're going to replace the cyan terracotta here with 2 more of the planks. So this is what the staircase is looking like so far. Now continue with your spruce wood stairs. We'll look here at the right side, down here at the bottom, and we're just going to have 4 upside down going out. And then here on this space, we're going to go ahead and have a pillar of 2 stripped spruce logs with a spruce wood slab on top of that. Now we'll go ahead and add 2 dark oak fence gates right here. And then on this space, we're going to have another pillar of the spruce logs, just 2 in height, with the slab on top. Now switch back to your spruce wood stairs. We'll go ahead and place 4 upside down towards the left. And then right here, we'll go ahead and have another pillar of the stripped spruce logs, 2 in height, with a slab on top. Switch to your dark oak fence gate. We'll have 2 here. And then switch back to your stripped spruce log. We'll have 2 going up with a slab again. And then back to your spruce wood stairs, we're going to have another 4 upside down going towards the left. Just like that. Now let's start placing the lecterns. So we'll just look at the staircase area first. We'll go up here at the top. We're going to have 1 on each end that's on its side like that. And then we're going to go ahead and flip around in this direction and kind of have them facing backwards, going down on these spruce logs. Just like that. And then over here, we're going to just look from the inside and place them like this. So from the outside, just looks like that. You can't see any of the books here on the inner part. And we're going to do the same thing for the rest of these spaces. So right here and right here. So there we go. From the front, you can see pretty much the back side of the lecterns right here. When you look at this side, you can see the back side of the lecterns for this section. When you look straight on, you see the back side for all these. And then these ones are sideways at the very top. Now on top of all those lecterns, let's go ahead and add a spruce trapdoor. So we're going to have to crouch and just place them like this. Just like that. Let's go ahead and do the same thing on this side. So there we go, they all flow together, all the lines match up. And then we'll go ahead and go to this side and flip around. Make sure they're still all in the same direction like that. Looks nice and neat. Do the same thing over here. So that's it for the front yard so far. Looking good. Now switch to your dark oak wood slabs. We'll go here at the left side of the railing for the staircase. So right down here. We're going to bring this over until the front wall is lined up with it. So it'll be right here. These are at the same spot. And now we have this section here, which we're going to be filling in with the cobblestone and the stone bricks. So we'll do that first. You can just line up here at the same edge as where everything was left off. Go ahead and just delete the first layer of all the blocks that you see. And make sure to get underneath the fence gate right here as well. So I'm just going to do a mixed up pattern between the cobblestone and the stone bricks. So it's like this. And now let's go ahead right here, just lined up where this slab is, and we'll delete the first layer for this space, which is going to be a little garden. So we're then going to fill this in with a mixed up pattern between the podzol and the coarse dirt. So there we go. And now that's it for all of the main blocks. The last thing we have left to do is just add all of the garden items. So I'll go ahead and just clear all that, and we'll grab some jungle leaves, and then pretty much just a bunch of flowers. So I like to always grab all these big ones, and then a couple small ones like this, and maybe this. And then we could also maybe grab a fern. So I'm going to start with the jungle leaves. I'm going to add a bush right here at the corner. So you could just place these randomly until it forms a bush like that. And now let's go ahead and add some of these bigger flowers. And now let's add some of these smaller ones, kind of just fill in the space a little bit. And there we go. That is actually it here for the front yard for this first townhouse. So that's looking good. Now we'll head on here to the brick one and do this one next. So I gathered up the blocks we're using for the front yard here for the brick one. So be sure to grab some full blocks of smooth quartz slabs, smooth quartz stairs, then some regular quartz stairs, quartz bricks, iron bars, polished andesite and regular andesite, coarse dirt, and podzol. So make sure you have your full blocks of the smooth quartz. We'll look here where the front door is, and we're going to start with the staircase again. So we'll go towards the left. We're going to have the 2 spaces of 3 going up, and then a space of 2, and a space of 1. Go towards the right side, we're going to do the same thing, so we have the 2 spaces of 3, the space of 2, and then we're going to go ahead and bring out 4 going towards the front, which is the wall for the yard. So we have 4 like that. Here on this 5th block, we're going to place 2 with a slab on top of it. Now, let's go ahead and add our staircase. So you can switch to your regular quartz stairs. We're just going to line up here where the left side is. We're going to place 2, go up, place another 2, up again, place 2 one more time, and then switch to your quartz bricks. We're going to fill in 2 spaces here, replace this with some more quartz bricks like that. And now, you can switch to your smooth quartz stairs, and we're going to add the little railings here on the side of the staircase. So I have an upside down smooth quartz stair like that. We'll do the same on this side. And then we just want one backwards. So what we're going to have to do is place, or actually what we'll do is place one upside down right here, facing in that direction, the other one here. We'll do the same on this side. And now, on top of that, we're going to place a temporary one, so that we could then place this one backwards. And I just realized I'm using the regular quartz stairs. These are supposed to be smooth quartz stairs. So let me go ahead and replace those. So that's a smooth quartz, that's smooth quartz, same over here, right here, this one, then this one, and this is just a temporary block, so we'll get rid of that, and add another backwards one on this side. And there we go. So this is what the railing is looking like. We have these 2 just side by side like that, one right there, one right there. Over on this side, the 2 side by side, and one right there. And now, for these 4 spaces, we're going to fill it in with the iron bars. And now, we're going to have a little gate here at the front. So here at the right side, we'll place 2, and then we'll go ahead and curve out 2 like that. And then we'll skip over this space. We'll start right here. We'll place 2 of the smooth quartz blocks going up like that, with a slab on top. And then, we'll go towards the left, we'll place the 4 blocks of the smooth quartz. On top of this, we'll have the iron bars. And then we're going to have another pillar right here, so the 2 full blocks, slab on top. And now right here, we're going to have another gate. So switch to your iron bars. You can place 2 here, curve 2 out. Now skip over this space, so starting right here, we're going to have another pillar. So place 2 full blocks like that, with a slab on top. And then towards the left, we're going to place another 4 down here at the bottom. And then have the iron bars on top. And there we go. Now, let's switch to our smooth quartz slabs. We're going to line up right here and do the same thing we did with those spruce ones. So we're going to bring this over until it's lined up with a wall, like that. So now this section is going to be filled in with the andesite, and this section is another garden. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing that we did over there. So I'm going to replace this with a random mixed up pattern between the polished andesite and regular andesite. And then for the garden space, it'll be the mixed up pattern with the coarse dirt and podzol. And there we go. That is it for the front yard so far. That's pretty much all the main blocks, so we'll clear that. And now we're going to grab all of the same blocks that we used here for the garden. So the jungle leaves, all of these bigger flowers, the smaller flowers. So we'll add a bush, maybe right around here is fine. That's good. And then let's go ahead and add all the flowers. Pretty much the same thing we did for the other yard. And there we go. And now the yard for this townhouse is done. So we have the final one over here. Now I gathered up the blocks we're using for this townhouse. So make sure to grab the polished andesite, stone brick stairs, and polished andesite stairs, smooth stone slab, anvil, iron bars, then some podzol and coarse dirt. And we're going to be doing the same exact design just with different blocks. So I'll just start with the polished andesite. I'm going to go here towards the right side of the doorway, so just lined up where these spaces are. And I'm just going to start with the polished andesite and we'll add the texture later. So I'm going to go ahead and have 2 rows of 3 like that, the row of 2, and then we're going to bring this out by 4. And then here on the 5th space, we're going to stack up 2. On top of that, we're going to have a smooth stone slab. Here towards the left, we're going to do the same thing as over here. So let me go ahead and move these out of the way. Okay, so we have the 2 rows of 3, and then the row of 2, and the space of 1. And now let's go ahead and do the wall. So we're going to skip over, well actually we'll go ahead and place the iron bars now. So 2 here stacked up at the right, curve it out. We'll skip over this space, so we're lined up right here. We're going to place a pillar of 2 with the stone slab on top. Towards the left of that, we're going to have 3 of the polished andesite. So everywhere else you can see how we had the 4 spaces. We're just going to have 3 this time. And now right here we're going to have another pillar of 2 with a stone slab on top. And then you can have your iron bars. So a little gate right there. Skip over this space, so we're on this one. Going to have another pillar with the stone slab on top. Then the 3 spaces right here. On this 4th space, we're going to have another pillar with another slab on top. Now right behind this, we're going to place another 3 going back. On this 4th space, we're going to have a pillar with the slab on top. And then the remaining 2 spaces like that. Now let's switch to the smooth quartz slabs. We're going to divide the garden space and the actual walkway. So it'll be lined up where the single space is, like the single block, and it'll just be off towards the left like that. So garden space there, walkway here. Now, let's do these stairs for the staircase. So I'll just use the polished andesite stairs for now. We're going to line up here, place the 2, go up, place another 2, and then the last 2 right there. And now, we can fill in these 4 spaces with the polished andesite. So everything is now marked out. We're then going to add all of the texture. So you could grab your stone bricks and just replace some of these polished andesite blocks just here and there, kind of mix it up a bit. Alright, and that is looking good. Let's go ahead and replace these stairs with these stone brick stairs. There we go. And I think that's everything. So now we just have to add all of our anvils. So you can switch to those. We have the 4 spaces here. And then they're also going to be used for the railing for the staircase, like that. Do the same on this side. And then we have all of the space here. And there we go. That's all looking good. So now we're going to be using the polished andesite and stone bricks for the walkway, and then the podzol and coarse dirt for the garden space. Now, that's it for all the main blocks. We'll clear that, and we'll gather up all of our garden items again. So I'll go ahead and mark out where the bush is going to be. And I'm thinking maybe we'll just put it all the way here towards the left side. And I think that's good. And now I'll just gather up all these flowers and randomly place those. Now, that is it for all of the front yards. So I'll just clear that. And now I'm going to grab some grass blocks, and I'm just going to patch up, pretty much like clean up all of the remaining concrete that we see. And then that'll be it for the entire exterior. So once I have this cleaned up, then the entire exterior for this build will be done. We'll then be heading on to the interior. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and clean up any of the concrete that I still see. And I'll see you guys once I have that done. So I went ahead and cleared up all that concrete. So now I'm going to head on to the interior layout here for this wooden townhouse. And I'm going to try to have it done by the end of this video. So I gathered up all the blocks we're using for the first floor. So be sure to grab your spruce wood planks, black concrete, white concrete, light gray concrete, spruce logs, brown concrete, stripped spruce wood, chiseled quartz blocks, red concrete, spruce trapdoors, spruce wood stairs, spruce wood slabs, and some sea lanterns. And I'm actually going to grab these sea lanterns real quick and add some light in here because it is pretty dark. We don't really have any windows except for the ones at the front wall. I'm going to start by filling in all the floors first, so make sure you have your spruce wood planks, and we'll look here at the front wall. You want to make sure you're at the same layer as where these spruce wood planks are for the staircase on the outside. So we'll just bring a strip straight across like that. And now we want to work this towards the back. We just want to push it back by 10 spaces. So we already have the 1 space here. So this will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this half of the first floor will be spruce wood planks. And in this half, we're going to have a checkered pattern between the black concrete and white concrete. But let's go ahead and fill all of this in with the spruce wood planks first. And now you can switch to the black and white concrete, and we're just going to have the checkered pattern. So just every other space, we'll go ahead. It looks like I'm just going to start with the white concrete, just like that. And then on every other space, we'll fill it in with the black concrete. And now, where you see the white concrete, you just want to line it up with the black concrete. And then wherever you see the black concrete, you want to line it up with the white concrete. You just want to keep doing this pattern until it's all filled in. Okay, so now all of that is filled in. So the wooden half is going to be, like, this is going to be the living room. And then we're gonna have the staircase going up right here to the second floor. And then all this space back here is going to be the kitchen and dining room. Now let's start by marking out the walls here for the wooden half first. So we'll look here at the front door, and I'm just going to add the stripped spruce wood for the door frame. So we're going to have 4 on each side. And then 2 above that. And there we go, that's it for the door frame. Now, let's go ahead and switch to the light gray concrete. We're also going to be using the spruce log and the brown concrete. But we'll start with the light gray. We'll look over here at the left side of the doorway. We're just going to bring this over until we're at the edge of the spruce wood planks. So just a layer like that. And then let's look over here at the front wall. We'll bring this straight across. And then we're actually going to be replacing this cyan concrete with our actual interior wall. So we'll go ahead and delete this until we line up with the planks. And there we go. And now, let's see, on top of that, we won't worry about this wall just yet, but on top of that, we'll now go ahead and add a layer of the spruce logs. So these are just going to be facing straight up and down. And make sure to skip over the windows like that. And then over here, once again, we'll replace the cyan terracotta. And now, we're going to have 4 layers of brown concrete on top of that. And this is the wall pattern for the living room space. We'll go ahead and do this front wall as well. And then we'll replace all of the cyan terracotta here. And there we go. That's the walls for now here for the wooden half. Let's go ahead and look at this side. And this will be like the middle wall, which pretty much divides the living room and the kitchen. So we'll look here at the left. And we're just going to extend out the wall by 2 extra spaces, like that. Continue the pattern. There we go. And now let's go ahead and mark out the doorway. So we're going to switch back to the stripped spruce wood. We'll bring it up by 5. We'll skip over these 4 spaces, so we're on this 5th block. Bring it up by another 5. And then we're going to have sideways ones along the top. There we go. And now, let's go ahead and have the layer of brown concrete. And now here at the right side of the doorway, we'll go ahead and continue the wall pattern. So we'll have we're going to bring it over by 3 spaces. So the light gray concrete, the spruce log, and the 4 extra layers of brown concrete. And there we go. Now, let's see. So this will be the living room. And this section here is going to be the staircase going up to the 2nd floor. And now, let's go ahead before I forget. Well, actually, let's double up our doorway. So we'll switch to the stripped spruce wood again. We'll just go on this side. And we're just going to add another layer right behind this. Just like that. And now, let's switch to the spruce wood stairs. We're just going to have these upside down in each corner. So it adds a little arch to the door frame. Just like that. And now, we'll head back here into the kitchen and dining room, and we'll go ahead and fill all these walls in next. So go ahead and switch to the light gray concrete, and this will be the bottom layer for the walls in here. So we'll just fill in the 2 spaces there at that side of the doorway. And then we'll go ahead and bring this all the way towards that wall. Fill in all of this. Let me go ahead and move the sea lantern real quick. There we go. Move that one as well. And this one. There we go. Now they're out of the way. Let's continue on with the light gray concrete. We'll bring this straight across. And then we also have to make sure, once again, to replace this layer of the cyan terracotta. Like that. And now, on top of that, we're going to have a layer of chiseled quartz. Okay, that's looking good. And now, we're going to kind of cut it in half. So this section over here is going to have red concrete on top of the chiseled quartz. Over here is going to be white concrete. So we'll go ahead and use the white concrete first. And what we're going to do is pay attention to this doorway here. So we'll go towards the left side. We're going to fill in these 2 spaces towards the left of it with the white concrete. And now everything from there towards the right will be white concrete. And then starting right here and working your way towards the left will be red concrete. So let's go ahead and add the extra layer above the doorway. Fill in these 2 spaces. So now you see we have 2 spaces to the left of this doorway and 2 spaces to the right. We'll go ahead and replace all of this cyan terracotta. And now we have the white concrete, which will be lined up right there. So let's go ahead and do that. So there we go, that's lined up. So we'll fill all this in. And now, all of this over here will be red concrete. So let's go ahead and grab that. And there we go. That's all looking good. And now we're going to switch to the stripped spruce wood. And we're going to add kind of like a little divider so that these colors aren't side by side like that. So we'll just look at this side first. We're going to line up here at this final space where the white concrete is. We're going to bring up a pillar of 5. We'll do the same on this side. So just lined up where the white concrete is, another pillar of 5. And then we'll just connect these together across the top. And that's about it. We could go ahead and add the extra space of white concrete here, so that'll then just make it easier to maybe like place our ceilings. But anyway, now that kind of just divides the red concrete and the white concrete, so that looks a lot nicer. It's just a little frame here between the 2 spaces. I thought it was a cool feature. But now, that's about it for the first floor. We just have to fill in all of our ceilings. But before we do that, I want to go ahead and mark out the staircase. And then we'll go ahead and fill in all of the ceilings. So let's do that staircase leading up to the 2nd floor next. So let's go ahead and mark out the railing wall here at the left side. So you can just line up where we left off the living room walls here. You can switch to the light gray concrete. We're just going to continue with the pattern. We're going to bring this out by 3 like that. And then on top of that, we're going to have the 3 spaces of spruce logs. And then on top of that, we'll have 2 spaces of brown concrete. And then another space of brown concrete there. On top of all this, I'm going to go ahead and grab the anvils. And that'll be the railing for the staircase. So let me go ahead and grab that. So just the 3 spaces right there. That looks good. And now we could just start marking out the staircase. So we're going to switch to the spruce wood stairs. So this staircase is going to be 7 layers in height. So we'll start down here at the bottom. We'll line up where this wall is. We'll have the sideways one like that. And then 2 more next to it. So these all just curve together. It's a little section of 3. And now we'll just continue working our way up with the 2 spaces like this. So it'll be an additional 6 layers. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go ahead and replace these red concrete blocks with stairs, so that's 5. And let me add a sea lantern real quick. So then we'll just place a temporary one there, then the extra 2, so that is 6. And is that it? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So there we go. That's the staircase leading up to the 2nd floor. And now, before we actually head on up there, let's go ahead and do all of our ceilings here for the 1st floor. So I'll start in the kitchen and dining room. So at the same layer where we left the walls at, we're just going to fill all of this in with light gray concrete. So there we go, we have this section all filled in, as well as over here above the kitchen. And then for the living room, we're going to be using white concrete. So we'll look at this section first, and we're just gonna kind of add our little shape around the staircase. So we'll go up here at the top, we'll fill in the 4 spaces, just like that. And then we'll bring this out by 5, so we already have the 1 space there. So this will be 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now we'll go ahead and connect this into this wall here. So we kind of have, you can see how this is just like a little L shape right here. So that's all the space, like that's the opening here for the staircase. So there we go, we have that marked out. Now all of the other space we're going to fill in, so this section here will be left open. And there we go. Now let's go ahead and start adding our crown molding. We're not going to have upside down stairs like we usually would in every other build, but instead we're going to have some spruce wood slabs, and that's just because the ceilings in this townhouse are just a little bit lower. So if we were to have the stairs, I just think it'll be 2 on top of the windows, but just having that little half space right there I think is nicer. But we'll go ahead and do it here for the kitchen first, so just around the entire top edge. Pretty simple. So just spruce wood slabs like that. We'll go ahead and do the same thing for this little space. Let's go ahead and add our sea lanterns. So maybe just one right there, another there, and we'll delete that, and that should be bright enough. We'll cover those up with these spruce trapdoors. And I'll actually flip these around. I think that looks better, having the lines kind of go into the slabs like that. So there we go, we have that section done. And now we're just going to have one in each corner for the kitchen. And there we go. So kitchen and dining room space is actually all marked out and ready to be furnished. Now let's go ahead and do the crown molding here for the living room space. So we'll just follow along the edge of the white concrete with the slabs. So it's like that. And I actually had a little bit of extra detail, so some extra little beams here. So we're going to line up where this corner is and just bring this straight across to that side. And then we're going to line up right here and just fill in these 2 spaces. So we're just left with 3 spaces here. And then we're going to go right down the middle here and add another beam. Pretty much just underneath, or like above all these slabs, we're just going to add a sea lantern. So we're not really going to be able to see them. They're just going to be covered up by the slabs. Yeah, that should be good. Let's go ahead and cover all of them up. Yep, that should be bright enough. So, the entire first floor is looking good. Let's go ahead and focus on this section here for the staircase. So here at the same layer as the white concrete, we'll switch to the spruce wood stairs, and we'll just place these upside down. Curve them all together. And there we go. So now, we'll go ahead and mark out all of the walls and floors here for the second floor. So all of these blocks that we're going to be using here for the second floor are ones that we also used for the first floor. So let's go ahead and start by marking out the walls near the staircase. So let's see, I'll just line up here where the top of the staircase is. Make sure you have your brown concrete. And we'll just go towards the left of it here. We'll fill in these 3 spaces just like that. We'll go towards the left, we'll bring it over by 1. And then we'll fill in the remaining 4 right on top of these stairs. And then we'll bring this over until that cyan terracotta. And now we'll bring this all the way over to that back wall. Just like that. And now let's add one more layer of brown concrete on top of this. Let's go ahead and replace these spaces of red concrete with that brown concrete. There we go. That's a lot better. And now on top of this, let's go ahead and add a layer of chiseled quartz. And then we're going to have 4 layers of light gray on top of that chiseled quartz. Or not light gray, my bad. It's going to be white concrete. So 4 layers on top of the chiseled quartz. And there we go. That's all looking good. Now, let's continue on for the rest of the space. So now we're going to continue the same wall pattern for the rest of the second floor. So you can just make sure to switch back to your brown concrete. And we're not going to worry about doing this bottom layer here. We're just going to start on the second layer of brown. We'll go ahead and fill in this entire back wall. So we have the layer of brown concrete, the chiseled quartz, and then the rest of it white. And now over on this wall, we actually want to make sure to replace the cyan terracotta. So we'll just do this first strip right here. Just bring it all the way up towards the front. Replace that with brown concrete. Just continue doing that for the rest of the pattern. And there we go. We replaced all of that cyan terracotta, so that's looking good. And now we have the front wall here. So we have the brown concrete again. The chiseled quartz, make sure to skip over the windows. And then the white concrete. Okay, and now we have this little section here. And there we go. So this is what the second floor is looking like so far. Now let's look at the right side of the staircase. So we're just going to be lined up with this part of the wall. We're going to bring this over just all the way to that side, just straight across, starting right here. Just like that. And then let's go ahead and make sure we're lined up with the 7th block. So we're going to start right here. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And we'll bring this straight over to that wall. So now, when we walk up the staircase, we're going to have the staircase right here leading up to the 3rd floor. But there's going to be a little hallway here, doorway leading into this bedroom, and then a doorway leading into a bathroom that'll be here. So now let's look at this wall here. We're going to fill in this little section right here. So this single space, and then an extra space right here. Just like that, so it's 2 spaces. Okay, now let's look over here, and we're going to add a little wall, and this is going to be a closet. So we just want to make sure we're right in between these 2 windows. And we're going to bring it over by 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's going to be 1 block further out from this wall here. So it's just going to jut out like that. And we won't fill that in quite just yet because we're going to have a doorway there. But first, before we mark out all those doorways, I want to go ahead and fill in all of our floors. So, we have chiseled quartz blocks right here for this bathroom. And then all of the other space is going to be spruce wood planks. So there we go, we have the bathroom there. This is like the little hallway, bedroom, and closet. And now, let's go ahead and start marking out all of the doorways. So we'll look right here first. We're going to be replacing these 4 spaces. Let's go ahead and fill this in with the spruce wood planks. And you can switch to your stripped spruce wood. We'll bring it up by 4 on each side. We have the 2 along the top. And then that's actually it here for this doorway. Now let's do the bathroom one. So we're going to skip over this 1 space here at the left. We'll carve out 3. I'm going to replace this with 3 blocks of the chiseled quartz. And we're just going to have a small 1 block wide doorway here for this bathroom. And there we go. And now we're going to have another small doorway here for the closet. So we'll replace these 3 spaces, fill that in with the spruce wood planks. We'll go ahead and have another small door right here. Okay, and that is actually it for all of the doorways here for the second floor. So now let's just go ahead and fill in the rest of our walls. So there we go, that's looking good. Closet, bedroom, bathroom. Now let's fill in our ceilings. So we're going to be using the light gray concrete. We'll fill in the ceilings for the closet, the bedroom, and the bathroom. We won't do this quite just yet. I want to make sure to mark out the staircase first. But just here at the top layer of all the walls, we'll fill this in with light gray concrete. And now you can switch to your spruce wood slabs. We'll go ahead and add the crown molding, so just the slabs all along the top. So that's it for the bedroom so far. Let's go ahead and do the closet. And then the bathroom. And now, let's add just some sea lanterns, so maybe 2 here, 2 right there. Cover that up with the spruce trap doors, and now the bathroom is all ready to go. And let's go back in here. Well, actually, let's go ahead and maybe just add a couple sea lanterns in here. We'll cover that back up with the slabs. So there we go, that's it. And now in here, let's see if we could add a little bit of extra detail. Okay, we'll go ahead and maybe have slabs going straight across like that. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. And then we'll probably just add some sea lanterns above these slabs. We won't add any trapdoors or anything. And yeah, I think that's bright enough, looks good. We're gonna leave it at that pretty much for the second floor. Let's go ahead and do this final space here next. So now let's fill in the wall right here for the staircase. So with your brown concrete, we'll start right here, just 1 space away from the edge of the doorway. So we're just leaving a space in between them. We're gonna bring this over by 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, leaving 2 spaces here. On top of this, we're going to have the layer of chiseled quartz. And then we're going to go in 1 block. So this is 6 in length. So now we're going to have a strip of 5, which will be white concrete. And then above that, we're going to have 2 strips of 4. And now let me be sure to grab the spruce wood stairs and the anvils. And we're also going to need some gray carpet. So let's go ahead and place the 2 anvils right here, so that's the railing for the staircase. Switch to your spruce wood stairs. We'll place 2 right there. And then we could grab the sea lanterns. We're going to place 4 here, so that'll be a nice light source for the staircase. We'll just delete that. And then this is where we're going to be using the gray carpet. We're just going to cover that up. And now we're going to turn in this direction and continue filling in the rest of the staircase. So it should be an extra 6 layers. So we're going to go right here. This will be 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 5. And then right here is 6. And it all worked out perfectly fine. So now this layer is where the floors are going to be. But anyway, we have the staircase marked out right here. And let's go ahead and fill in the rest of the white concrete here. So we'll do, it looks like 3 extra layers. So we have 1, 2, and 3. Just like that. And now we can switch to the spruce wood stairs. And we're going to be on, so you can see how we have this wall that we brought up here. We're going to be 1 block below it. We're going to have 4 upside down spruce wood stairs going along the side here. And now on top of this, we'll have the strip of white concrete. we'll go ahead and continue filling all of this in, and I'll just bring it over. I'll bring it all the way over to that wall. So we'll look over here. We're lined up where these stairs that we just placed are. We'll fill in the 2 spaces of white concrete there. We'll fill in the remaining 3 spaces here, so a total of 6 blocks. And then we'll bring this all the way along to that corner. And there we go. That looks good. So we have the opening here for the staircase. Now let's head back down, and we're going to fill in the rest of our ceilings here, so it'll be the light gray concrete at the same layer of the walls. And I just realized we actually have to lower those spruce wood stairs down 1 space to the same layer as this light gray concrete. So let me go ahead and be sure to do that. So just move it down till it's right there so it all flows together, and then we'll replace this with the white concrete. And there we go. Now we're all good, and still plenty of space here. Alright. Now I'm going to just add some sea lanterns here. We'll cover them up with these spruce trap doors, and then the second floor will be done. And there we go. We're not going to worry about like any crown molding or anything here. Let's head on up to the 3rd floor. And this is the last space, like the last thing we're going to do here in this video. And now I gathered up all the blocks we're using here for the 3rd floor. So be sure to grab some white concrete, chiseled quartz blocks, brown concrete, spruce wood planks, stripped spruce wood, gray concrete, spruce log, green terracotta, green concrete, spruce trapdoor, spruce wood stairs, quartz bricks, pillar quartz block, light blue concrete, spruce wood slab, and some sea lanterns. And we'll start with the pattern that we already have. So we're just going to skip over this first layer. We're going to start on this second layer with the white concrete. We're going to bring this over by an additional 7. So including this space, it'll be 8 in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So let's go ahead and talk about what we're going to have. So we have the staircase going up right here to a little hallway. There's going to be a doorway here leading into this bedroom. And then there's going to be another doorway here leading into a bathroom that'll be right here. So let's go ahead and replace this wall over here of the cyan terracotta. So we have this first strip, which will be the white concrete. So we'll just line it up till right here. Like that. And then we'll have the layer of chiseled quartz on top of this. And now we'll have, it's going to actually be 5 layers of brown concrete. We're going to have the ceilings 1 block higher up here since we have the extra space. So then we'll be able to have our typical crown molding with the upside down stairs instead of the slabs. But yeah, 5 layers of brown concrete now. So now we have all of that filled in. Let's go ahead and do the floors. So you can switch to the spruce wood planks. We'll fill in the hallway. So just at that same layer as the top of the staircase. Definitely going to need to add some lights, so let me be sure to do that. And now let's go ahead and add our wall right here. So we're going to have the doorway leading into the bedroom. So I have the stripped spruce wood, just 4 like that. We'll skip over 2, have another 4, 2 sideways at the top. Then we have the extra space right here for the rest of the wall. So there we go, that's all filled in. Now we'll go on the other side. And we'll go ahead and continue with the... Well, actually, we're going to have a wall right here. So yeah, we'll go ahead and have our spruce wood planks right up against this. We'll just bring it straight across, like that. So this will be the bathroom, which we'll actually go ahead and fill in now with the quartz bricks. So that'll be the floors here for this bathroom. Okay, there we go. Now all of this here will be the spruce wood planks. There we go. Let me add an extra sea lantern there. And now let's double up the doorway. So we just have to add an extra layer on this side. And now we're going to have different walls for this room. So we're going to start with the gray concrete. And we pretty much just have to replace all this cyan terracotta again. So first, we're going to have the 2 spaces of gray concrete like that. Then we'll delete the cyan terracotta. Continue with the extra 2 layers of gray concrete. So just fill all that in. Now on top of that, we're going to be using the spruce log. So just place these facing up. And I'll continue this pattern for the rest of the walls. So we have the wall where the windows are. So we add the 2 layers of gray concrete, just skip over those windows. And then we have the spruce logs. And then we're going to bring this over until we're lined up. Here, actually, we'll just start on this side of the doorway. Bring this straight across right here. And then connect these together. Now we're going to be using the green terracotta and green concrete, and we're just going to be going back and forth between these. It's like a little wallpaper effect for these walls. So I'll start over here at this corner. I just have the green concrete. We're going to place 4 like that. And then we'll switch to the terracotta. Have a strip right there. Back to the concrete, a strip right there. You could just keep doing this pattern back and forth for this entire wall. And make sure not to fill in any of the corners. And I'll show you why here in a second. So far this is what this entire wall is looking like. So let me go ahead and add an extra light. So I like to show this example for every tutorial just in case if you didn't see it before. So you can see how I have the green concrete here. If we were to then fill in this corner with the green terracotta and switch back to the green concrete, you can see how these 2 colors are side by side, which is what we do not want. So we just want to make sure to skip right over this corner. So you can see how we have the green concrete here. You just want to switch directly to the green terracotta. And there we go. Now we have 2 opposite colors side by side. So just make sure to always skip over the corners. So now we'll just continue on with the pattern. And once again, you can see we're going to be skipping over this corner. So we have the green concrete. So we'll go directly to the terracotta, just like that. We'll continue on. So now this entire wall is filled in. We left off with the terracotta, and we have to replace all this cyan. So we'll go ahead and delete that layer. So there we go, all worked out just as it should have. Now we'll go ahead and do the walls here for this bathroom. So we're going to be using the pillar quartz blocks and the light blue concrete. So we'll start with the pillar quartz blocks, and we're going to be placing 2 layers straight up and down all along the edge here at the bottom. And now we'll go ahead and have, I think it's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 layers of light blue concrete on top of this. So there we go. So we have the bathroom walls, we have this bedroom, we have this hallway. So now let's mark out the doorway here for the bathroom. So we're just going to leave the bedroom doorway and bathroom doorway 3 spaces apart. So we're going to be on this 4th block. We'll work our way over towards the right. So it's 3 wide. Bring it up 4 in height. Go ahead and delete the extra layer of the bathroom wall. And now we'll add the door frame. So we'll grab these stripped spruce wood. Bring it up by 4 on each side. Then the one at the top. we'll go ahead and double it up. So go from this side, just add the extra layer. And there we go. That's it for the doorway here for the bathroom, and now the final thing we have left to do are the ceilings. So we are going to be using white concrete for all of the ceilings here at the top layer for the entire floor. So there we go, we have it all filled in with white concrete. Now let's grab the spruce wood stairs. We're going to be using the spruce wood slabs, the spruce trapdoors, and the sea lanterns. So with the spruce wood stairs, we're just going to be placing these all upside down along the top for every single room. And then for the hallway, we'll go ahead and bring this straight across. We're not going to be worrying about all this space right above the staircase. It's just too cramped. But everywhere else, we'll go ahead and add it like this. And then for the staircase area, we'll go on the back side here. Just add two upside down like that so it just flows together nicer. And now, we'll go ahead and grab the sea lanterns. We can maybe just place two here. Another set of two there. Cover that up with the spruce trapdoors, like that. Do the same here. And then we could also add a couple extra right here for this little hallway. So there we go. Oh, delete that. Head on into the bedroom. We're going to have a couple beams in here, so you could grab your spruce wood slabs. We're going to have one, so right here and here. So they're all three spaces. So we have three spaces here, right here in the middle, and three here. We're going to fill this in with two slabs like that so it forms a full block. We'll do the same on the other side. And then we'll have an extra slab underneath. We'll have the stair in front of that full block. And then slabs to connect it together. So there we go. And now, let's actually go above these little beams and add a sea lantern. So we have a nice light source right down the middle. And then we'll go on each end and add an extra one right above these stairs. Just delete these and see if it's bright enough. And yep, that's looking good. And now we have the bathroom. We're going to leave it simple in here. We'll just add two right down the middle like that. Cover it up with the trapdoors. And that's all there is to it. And now, that is everything. So this entire townhouse is now ready to be furnished. Alright guys, that's going to be it here for part 2 for this tutorial on how to build these townhouses. If it helped you, be sure to please leave a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in part 3.